Hi, Chef Rob here with the Aortic Kitchen. I'm back for Aortic Hope, and this is another episode of potatoes. I'm going to talk about and cook with the russet, one of the favorite potatoes. Now, these potatoes, I think Mindy's going to join us if she wishes. She wants me to do it by myself, that's okay. But
I do have to say I'm the aortic dietitian.
Right. She approves everything. So this is the russet potato. These are the best ones are grown in Idaho and Washington. This is the potato that is used most commonly for French fries. These are spec'd by all the big fast food chains and everybody else for the best French fry because russet potatoes are very high starch, where that purple potato that I used and the Yukon Golds I'm using, those are waxy potatoes. They're different. They don't have as much starch, so they have different uses. This potato is great for what I'm going to make tonight is gnocchi. And where the waxy potatoes, they don't break down when you cook them. You ever make potato salad and use one of these russets? Okay, once you cook it, it kind of mashes up, right? And you get little bits and everything. If you use a red skin or a Yukon Gold, they hold together because they're waxy and they don't break down. So that's the big difference. You got to think of the type of the potato and how you're going to use it. So we're going to use these tonight to make gnocchi. Well, actually, Mindy, here's a secret, has never made gnocchi in her life.
I've never made them.
So
He always
I'm going
makes
to
them.
let her do it and embarrass herself.
So, the difference is when you do the potato, you want to save the skin if you cut it right because all the vitamin C is in the skin and there's nothing better than stuffed potato skins with healthy ingredients, of course.
This is the one potato where the skin is delicious, especially when it's crispy from the oven. They're fabulous. Sweet potato skins are a little fibrous. Red skins are great, Yukon Gold skins, but sweet
I eat them
potatoes
all.
aren't. They're, yes, you can. She loves the fiber. So, first thing about gnocchi, very simple recipes. 3 ingredients: potato, egg, and flour. Okay, that's it. And we want to minimize the flour. And you can use regular, this is all-purpose flour. You can use 00 flour. You can use gluten-free flour, just enough to hold it together. We're going to make a dough like a pasta dough and a bread dough out of this in order to do it, all right? So you have to have a cooked potato, which you skin. Now, these were baked. I baked them because the drier the potato for gnocchi, the better the outcome, the lighter and fluffier they are. So most recipes you read will tell you to boil the potato whole, leave the skin on, put it in the water and boil it. That keeps the moisture out of the inside. But for the best, driest potato, use a baked potato. Then when you skin it, you have to trim a little bit more to get the brown part that is cooked through on the potato.
So if you were in a hurry, can I ask a question?
Sure.
So if you were in a hurry, if I boiled the potatoes
Yeah.
and then took them out and let them set till the next day,
Well,
so they would dry out a little bit, would that help?
that can. What we used to do is take them out and we would peel them and then we just throw them in the warm oven for a few minutes and let the steam evaporate, let all the moisture that's coming off of it evaporate. But to avoid that step, take these out of the oven, let them cool enough to handle, peel them, and then you're going to rice them as best. You can just mash them gently. Ricing, again, will give you a fluffier, better product if you have one of these lovely ricers. So there's the ricer. I have here, this is just over a pound. The recipe is really for a pound. I have close to, actually just under a pound on these. So, which is perfect now that I've peeled them and baked it. So Mindy's gonna
I'm going
use
to
her
try to
muscles.
squeeze it, and I may have to give it to him.
Look,
Maybe I have to put it in the bowl.
There you go.
He said
Okay.
this is the first time of me doing it.
Yep.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, this is a
It's
great
really
tool.
good for Halloween. Little little
beer.
white worms.
Oh, okay. You want it all in there? There
Yeah,
you go.
that's
Sure, why not? There you go.
Now that I got the hang of it. Sort of.
Come on.
I do not have big enough
Here,
hands,
no,
dear.
okay. Let me squeeze.
Okay. Your
And
hands
we're
are a
also
bit bigger.
older now, and
Hands
the
grip
hands-
strength is not the
not the thing
same.
exactly. So you could use a grater, a box grater for this. Use the small side, would also work. Okay, there we go. Scrape it all off. We don't want to waste any. Okay. You don't even need to put salt in these because, I mean, we're the Aortic Kitchen, so we typically don't. But most recipes don't even call for salt, and because you'll then boil them in some salted water, but we don't have to do that either.
Use your finger.
Why not?
Is that mushed enough, or do we have to mush it some more?
No, that's okay. This is all right. We're just going to scrape that out. Okay, scrape it off the top and be done with it. Okay, there we go.
Never waste. That's the board.
Okay, so here we go.
Do I need something to mix it with?
Well, it's supposed to use your hands.
Let me
There's
put
gloves
gloves
behind
on.
you. We're going to get rid of these potatoes. We don't need them. And here we go. So I put the egg in.
I can use one hand, I think.
And just kind of mix the egg in. And everything's gentle, okay? We don't want to overmix. We don't want to create gluten in the dough. We want things light and fluffy. So the whole thing with this is being gentle, 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 and only doing things. Okay, so excuse me while I reach across here.
Let me get some from the bottom, flip it over.
Well, if you'd put gloves on both hands, you could use
That's
both
okay,
hands.
need one to hold the bowl.
Oh, gee.
Yeah. More fun this way.
Okay, don't get all that air out of it. Okay,
Okay.
and spread it out a little bit. Spread it out.
This is fun.
Okay, and we're gonna not gonna use all of it. Just gonna use about half, and then she's gonna mix it in. So Minnie makes a lot of bread, so she should know how to deal with this. Make it kind of doughy, and then
I
you're
do
just.
make a potato bread, and that is so weird when you make it because it looks like this.
I think we've made it for the Aortic Kitchen before.
We made the sweet potato bread?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Okay, you can dump it on the board because you're going to need it on the board, so you're going to bring it all together. Come on, just dump
I'm
it.
getting there. I'm not going to
Dump.
put all the flour in.
We need all of it. We need that. I can see already.
Okay. Okey-doke.
Can you use both hands? So you're going to just knead gently, bring it all together, sprinkle a little flour on top. There you go. Oh, she's getting there. If you don't do enough flour, it's going to fall apart in the water, okay? It's just going to be like dropping mashed potatoes into boiling water, and it's going to disperse. So we do need a dough. Now that looks like a dough, doesn't it?
Getting there.
Okay.
And it's not sticking to the board, so I would say we're getting pretty close.
A little more?
I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, just a little hint more.
Yes.
It's sticking to my gloves.
Okay, but be careful, you know, do this, take your time. Gnocchi does take practice,
We'll find out, won't we?
right?
This is my first practice session.
How we doing here?
Looks pretty.
It's still a little wet.
Yeah, here, let me put some underneath.
Okay. There we go. And I think we're going to use it all.
I think so.
Okay, there we go.
And the humidity here is, it might be up a little bit today.
It's been raining for 2.5
2
days.
And guess what, guys? It's cold. And it isn't even winter yet.
And we're going to let it rest for a minute or two here, okay? It's just,
Want me to shape it?
you can shape it, that's fine. I'm shaping it for you. Okay. There we go. Let it hydrate. There's a
Do I
lot
need
of,
my gloves anymore?
no, there's a lot of flour in here.
So we got to let what little moisture is left in the potato is going to absorb the flour.
So we'll be right back.
Well, I've been practicing for a little while. I cut off a piece. I rolled it into a snake. This is definitely not like making bread. So I rolled it into about maybe a 1/2 inch thick. And then I'm going to do it quickly. I'm going to cut it in little 1-inch pieces. Look like little squares. And you can do it by putting it just the way it is. You can put your thumbprint in it, so it's got a little pocket in it. Or you can experiment, which is the hardest thing to do, is roll it with a fork. And then it looks odd.
Yeah, but you get those little, that's like the penne rigate, they call rigate, which is ridges in Italian. And that helps hold into the sauce after you cook them and sauce them. So the ridges are nice. But
am I allowed to cheat and push it back to shape?
whatever, it takes a lot of practice, guys. Don't give up. It takes
Just
lots
like making
and lots
bread,
of
it
practice.
takes a lot of practice.
So the easiest way and the rustic home style way is the thumbprint. And you can just thumbprint it and squeeze it together, make a little pillow. These could be a little bit larger.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. They're all going to cook.
They're going to cook and
Okay.
double in size, aren't they?
Yep.
So
So now what we're going to do, if you're not ready to cook right away, just go ahead and make all your gnocchi, put them on a tray, throw that in the freezer, give them about a half hour, 45 minutes to freeze. Once they're hard, you can throw them all in a plastic bag and just keep them in the freezer till you're ready. Now when you cook them, you're just going to boil them in water, and you can rolling boil. You're going to drop them into your pot. Typically, if you have a regular saucepan, about 20 at a time, and it takes about 2 minutes until they just float to the top. And you wait about 10 seconds more after they float. Then you take them out with a strainer and throw them in your pan of sauce or in a bowl and sauce them and toss them, and they're ready to go. Simple, easy. So keep going, Mindy. You see, we've shown you here. Oh, she's getting creative. She's making little donuts. She's making little.
I tried. Little poor.
She's making
gnocchi.
vol au-vents. But I mean,
Little
it's
poor
pasta.
gnocchis.
This is home. So
You get to play all
I'm not
you want.
asking. You're not making restaurant style. If you want that, if you want perfection, go to the store and buy the ones in the package. On the dry section, in your pasta section, they have dry gnocchi. Those are fabulous, and you just have to drop them in the water. But what do we got to do? We're retired. Every day's Saturday.
Except Sunday.
Right, except Sunday. So we can play and do things and have fun. And have fun with the kids and so on. Making pasta is one of those great family activities. And you also get to control everything that's in it. So that much better for you. So as soon as Mindy's done with this one, we're going to throw these in the freezer. And I'm actually going to wrap the dough up and possibly finish it later. And we'll be back in a minute.
I'm trying to make the ridges. It doesn't work too well. Well, we've put the gnocchi in the freezer from this. When we made them, they're chilled down enough. We have our boiling water. I'm going to take the gnocchi out. And now we're just going to drop them into the water. The white on the top is the little bit of flour that's left on the gnocchi. Don't worry about it.
Just let them go in.
They sink to the bottom of the pan while they're cooking. When they float to the top, they're finished. And because they're in the freezer, we just slowed the boiling process down just a hint. Give it a little stir, make sure they don't stick, which they shouldn't anyway. And as they're boiling, they're steady. Takes about 3 or 4 minutes.
About 2 to 3 minutes. Gnocchi cook very fast. The frozen ones will take 2 to 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes possibly, depending on how many you put in a pot this size. I would put about maybe 2 dozen gnocchi. Would be about the right amount for something like this. And they're already moving around, and they're going to be floating shortly. Now, in the meantime, on the stove behind us, I have a pan warming with some, what do I have here? Some pesto.
From homemade herbs.
Yes, some basil pesto made with basil from our garden and walnuts. Didn't use the pinoles, but it's walnuts and fresh grated Parmesan Reggiano and olive oil. Very simple to make. You can find recipes all over the place, or I can put one up online. Maybe I will.
Chef, they're starting to
Yep,
boil up
so-
around.
You're going to turn it down a little bit before it boils over. Keep going, keep going, keep going. The flame does not go down. Keep going, keep going.
I'm going.
Watch.
Lift up the pan.
Well, you can see. Now you turn it off. There you go. Okay.
Remember, this is the first time me making them.
Yeah, well, so.
Little forgiveness, Chef.
Okay, so they floated to the top, and we're gonna let them cook for another, I watch for the starch to disappear. I like to make sure they're a little firm, so usually maybe 30 seconds after they float to the top.
Should I check one?
No, there's nothing to check.
Okay.
So when they're
Can't
ready.
throw it against the wall like a pasta.
No. All right, she keeps stirring them around. There we go. So they're looking pretty good. All right, it's about 30 seconds. So let's do a little switch here.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that off.
Thank you for helping.
Now you may put your gnocchi, just drain them. A little bit of pasta water is not a bad thing. That'll help tighten up the sauce. So go ahead, that's fine.
Oops.
She cut one in half. Oh, here we go. Okay, and a little bit of pasta water.
I think I need to turn it down a hint.
There we go. This can go back to the stove. You
Watch
can turn
my
it way
head.
down.
Can you lift it up a minute? Thank you.
That's fine. So we're just gonna let that simmer for a minute. I put a ladle full of pasta water in. That pasta water is full of that starch from the flour and the potatoes. Anytime you cook pasta, I know we've talked about this before, don't just take pasta from the pot and put it on a plate and throw sauce on it. You end up having that water on the bottom of the plate and it's all runny. You need to undercook your pasta by about a minute. Follow directions on the box if you're not making it yourself. Undercook it by about a minute. Then take the pasta, drain, save pasta water, put it into your sauce. You have sauce in another pan, okay? You should make the sauce kind of when you're gonna do the pasta. Then put it in there and let it finish cooking in the sauce. You add a ladle or so of pasta water, which will help everything bind because that little bit of starch goes a long way.
What don't you put in the water before you put the pasta in?
You don't need to put olive oil or any oil in the water. That is an old wives' tale about putting pasta in the water. No, not putting pasta, we're putting oil in the water. And I know every Italian's gonna scream and shudder, but I don't even add salt anymore to the water, okay? I've got enough going on, and it's another way because it is absorbed into the pasta, and that's just a way to keep our sodium levels down. And I make sure my sauce is real flavorful. Okay, here we go. No, I was going, yeah, you can do that. That's fine. Or
Okay.
I have a spatula here.
This is fine.
Just don't want to scratch our pan.
I won't.
Okay, here we go. They're done. That was my thumb. That's all right.
That's because your thumb was in the bowl. Some chef told me you should only hold the edge of the bowl. You should never put your thumb in it.
I did. See, it's on the edge. But I can live on the edge.
You all live on the edge.
Yes, we do.
Voila.
Okay. That's warm. Okay.
And we have,
So there we go, a little gnocchi.
if you ever go to Olive Garden, they have this cool little shredder. We have one. It's fun. And you can get them
Fresh
at any
grated
store.
Parmesan on top. Here we go.
I'm
Nothing like fresh
lost.
parm. What are you looking for? A fork?
No, my fresh basil.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what you did with it, honey. You are the one that had it, and I don't know what you did. We had garnish, and Mindy left it over here in a
Safe spot.
spot that really, okay. Here we go. So, fresh potato gnocchi. with pesto, fresh parm on top, a little basil garnish. And Mindy is going to get the bite.
Oh, I
Since
get the
she
first
made them.
taste.
They're going to be hot. That's why I gave you a green jacket, so if you happen to spit it out. Pretty good? Did you do okay? All right. Wonderful. Well, that's a winner. So there we go. Thank you for joining us. What is this?
Potatoes. This is the Aortic Hope kitchen. And we made
Potato gnocchi today.
gnocchi.
Potato gnocchi.
I have one question before
What?
we sign off. Can you make gnocchi with anything else?
Yes, you can make gnocchi with lots of things. You can make it with sweet potatoes. You can make it with regular potatoes. You can make it with ricotta cheese. Now, ricotta gnocchi, though, there's no potato in it. So it's
So
just,
how does it hold together?
that's just ricotta and flour
Okay.
and egg.
And that
So-
way you'll get a little more protein if you want to add protein to your diet.
Right. So, and again, if you want to make it gluten-free, you can use potato starch
that's true.
instead of flour, or use your gluten-free flours are great as well. But you can make it with almost anything. I've seen tomato gnocchi, carrot gnocchi, all sorts of, broccoli gnocchi.
Yeah.
Put them all in, all sorts of different things. All right, well, this is Chef Rob with Aortic Hope and Mindy, the aortic dietitian, saying thank you for joining us in the Aortic Kitchen at Aortic Hope TV.